Okay, yeah, it's me. I'm back again. And I just took some time out to just give a bit of thought to the kinds of objections and reasons and so on that people might have to not sell with heart, soul, and humanity, even though they might actually want to. And so I think it's useful to share those with you because I suspect one or two of them are probably thoughts that you've had and fears that you've had. Now, I've written them down, so I'm not the best actor in the world. I'm not a TV presenter, so please don't mind and don't be distracted if I actually, from time to time, refer to my notes here because my memory's not the best in the world, and I really want you to get the most value out of this and for me to impart to you, to share with you as much of my experiences of how to do this and how not to do this as possible, to give you the best opportunity and chance to grow your business and to sell with heart, soul, and humanity. Okay, so I was asked just the other day, what are the top 3 reasons that I would use, that I would give to people to convince them to sell with heart, soul, and humanity? And it's a great question. So here's what I came up with. Interestingly, the first thing that came to mind is that selling with heart, soul, and humanity is just a lot more successful than conventional approaches. What does that mean in specifics that you and I would care about as salespeople? First of all, you're going to get more clients. Now, we'll go into the specifics of how that works and why that works, but you're going to get more clients because you're much more focused. You're going to be much more targeted, much more focused on who your ideal clients are and who you should be reaching out to and engaging with, and the kind of clients whose business, when they reach out to you, you want to accept, because not every client is going to be good for you, and not every not every opportunity, even with good clients, is going to be good for you. And one thing I've learned over the years is that it's very easy, particularly when sales aren't going as well as they could, it's very easy to just grab every piece of business that comes along. But what I've learned the hard way, both directly for me as a business person and observing it also through some clients, is you cannot replace bad business with good business. You cannot make up for bad business with good business. Bad business is just bad. So you're going to get more clients because you're going to have a better idea of who your ideal clients are and who you should be prioritizing and doing business with. The danger is that when your sales are not quite where you want them to be, you may feel tempted to take any business that comes along and with any client. And I've learned the hard way that that's usually not a good idea for a whole load of reasons we'll go into later on in the course. Because you're going to be better at targeting the right kinds of customers and the right kinds of business, you're going to convert more of that business. So that's going to drive your sales. And because the focus that you have is going to be on creating value with the client more than it is about you winning the sale, you're going to get a higher average price for your products and services. So you're going to have better quality customers, you're going to convert more of them, you're going to engage with more of them, they're going to see the value of what you have to offer and doing business with you much more greatly. And so discounts will probably be a thing of the past. They'll certainly be smaller. Giving stuff away for free will be a thing of the past. So in all the key measures, in all the key areas, it just works better. So that was one of the thoughts that came to me about reasons for convincing you to sell with heart, soul, and humanity. The second one that came to mind was that it's just a lot more fun. It's a lot more enjoyable. Why? Well, at the end of the day, you'll be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, today I made a difference to somebody. Today I contributed to somebody getting to the kind of outcome that they really need, that they really want. So it's more enjoyable for them, it's more enjoyable for you. You're not having to use all kinds of kind of salesy techniques and to be smarmy and be economical with the truth, or even in some cases lie. And it has happened. You and I both know that. So it's more enjoyable, it's more fun. And the third reason is that, and most people don't know this, but the conventional approach to selling it just doesn't work well enough anymore. In 2011-2012, a survey was done of salespeople in the US, and what that survey showed was that just under 63% of salespeople were achieving their targets and their quotas for the year. That sounds like a pretty good number, and I don't know if it is, but anyway, 63%. Fast forward to the same survey last year, 2017-2018, and it's just about 50%. So just about half of all salespeople are failing to meet their quotas and their targets. Now, when people first hear this, they say, well, the economy's bad, the economy's weak. Well, okay, maybe. It could also be, as they suggest, that sales managers and business owners are setting unrealistic targets. Well, that could also be true. So I took a look underneath the data. In that time period where sales have, or the number of salespeople achieving their targets has fallen from 63% down to 50%, in that time, two things have happened. Number one, the US economy has grown by nearly 16%. So people are buying more, they're just not doing it with salespeople, not as much. And the other thing is that the level of unrealistic targets that managers and business owners set didn't change one bit. Okay, so when you take out the obvious reasons for salespeople having a tougher time, it turns out that those reasons aren't actually true, that they're not the drivers of this. So what are? Well, people are buying more than they used to. They're just not doing it with salespeople, which means they're going elsewhere. They're not engaging with salespeople. They're going to the internet. Why? Well, they can engage with the internet on their own time when it's convenient for them. The internet allows them to shop around and get the best price. And the internet means they don't typically have to deal with smarmy, lying, self-centered, salesy salespeople. And you and I both know that sales and salespeople and selling doesn't have the best of images. And what I've seen over the last 10 years working in this field myself, selling with heart, soul, and humanity completely turns that on its head. Completely turns it on its head. And it changes the whole nature of the relationship between the seller and the buyer. And it's a pretty positive one. So those are the three reasons. Better performance in every respect. You're going to have more clients, better clients, higher sales, higher profits, more satisfied clients. It's going to be more enjoyable and fun for you as well as for them. And conventional sales approaches just don't work well enough anymore. I think that's three pretty good reasons for doing this. Okay, so let's get into it.